Well, turns out the game is not over yet. So, welcome back to Sonic and the Black Knights.
I guess it's post-game stuff now.
Yeah, basically, Teo. Sonic Team decided to take a cue from Yoko Taro and have multiple endings.
Oh no, he's gonna turn into Dormin.
So this is what actually happened right after he defeated King Arthur. Hello, I'm still in the game.
Yo.
How about goodbye?
Alright, Teo, this is where the theme of this story becomes clear.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Jason.
that delivery was bad.
Jason was really getting better at this point, but he still had his quirks. I'll take Roger, thank you.
So it was a fake all along?
It's a fake!
So yeah, there was never any King Arthur.
What?
Yep.
This is all just a work of fiction.
Hold on. She's gonna explain. Well, actually, she will explain later, not exactly immediately, but it will be explained.
With this scabbard, I can erase my grandfather's greatest mistake.
So there we go. Merlina thinks Merlin giving Arthur the scabbard was a mistake all along, so she's just gonna take over.
Of course, so.
I shall make this kingdom eternal.
Yeah, fuck all of you!
Time to go.
So there you go,
yeah.
So there you go, Teo. That's why we had that scene at the beginning with her with the flower, wondering why do flowers just try to live if they're destined to just end. Basically,
Blaze, you might want to get a move. I mean, Percival, you might want to get a move on.
we're gonna get more insight into it, Teo. But basically, Merlina's deal is that she suffers from death anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't want. She cannot handle the fact that we're all gonna die eventually. So she's gonna use the power of the scabbard to make this kingdom literally stop in time, and no one will ever die.
Yeah, there's a scene that explains that later.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Thierry,
From
Thierry,
Netflix.
this is Torchwood Miracle Day 2 years early.
And what makes this it's going to be more apparent when we get to that scene that Jova just mentioned, but what really makes this work for me is when she explains in specific why she feels like this, and it's a direct reference to how the actual tale of King Arthur goes. So it's actually a pretty cool take on what happened in the actual myths. So stay tuned for that, everybody, when we get to it. Anyway, so yeah, now we have to storm the castle and try to get to Merlina.
Nice,
Actually,
interesting choice of music for the stage,
Yeah,
Pedro.
for some
Actually,
reason we're
well, it
hearing
was in this
Villanova
game.
now.
I'm sorry, what?
I think the objective
Villanova.
I think the objective was saying to escape it because it was
Oh,
collapsing.
right. Well, okay, fine. Let me rephrase that then. Our main goal right now is to go back to the... But first we have to escape because everything's falling apart. Sorry, I was getting...
Our main goal is to basically escape the castle
Sorry,
because...
sorry, I got ahead of myself.
Sure,
Anyway,
sure.
but yeah, you picked Villanova for the stage, I see.
Yeah, I did.
Hey, you know,
Well, Sonic's the main character, so I figured, sure.
From what game is that?
Sonic Rush.
Sonic Rush.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's funny, really. I mean, anyone who listens to the soundtrack of the soundtrack version of Villanova...
Sonic Rush is one of my favorite Sonic soundtracks, so...
It wasn't wasn't it made by the guy who composed
Yeah.
for the Jet Set Radio games?
Naganuma, yeah.
So-
I love Naganuma's
You can tell.
compositions. It's
So,
It's weird but strangely fun to listen.
That's
it is.
how
Oh,
everyone
that's
feels
Jet
about
Set.
it.
Jet Set. Get Jet Set Radio on the PS3. It's fucking awesome.
yeah. So, has anyone else heard the soundtrack version of Villanova? It has that little excerpt at the end. You know the one.
That reminds me, Jova. You probably are more aware of it. What was the last thing Naganuma even did? Is he even still at Sega?
I think he still is. I think he might have helped out with Rush Adventure.
I mean, the last thing well, actually, no. Rush Adventure's soundtrack was done by Tomoya Iwatani.
No, I mean, he might have helped out, and he wasn't the lead composer for that one.
Because aside from Sonic Rush, I don't remember any other game after that where he was the lead composer, at least. Maybe he might have helped a couple things here and there, but I don't remember. When was the last time we had a Sega soundtrack with him as the primary composer?
Okay,
This is all Merlina's fault.
he composed for Yakuza. The last thing for Sega that he did most officially, he composed partially for Yakuza 5.
Oh, so he's the Yakuza composer now, I guess.
No, actually, no. It was only like a guest appearance as a composer or
Ah,
something.
okay.
He was a supervisor in Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 3DS and Wii U, and he composed recently for War of the Brains and Hover Revolt of Gamers.
So I'm guessing he's no longer at Sega at this point.
Probably.
Alright, sad. What
Yeah,
the-
he's not saying anything here.
This, of course, means that we'll never get a Jet Set Radio free.
Probably.
Even if we do, for some reason, get it, I would never. I refuse to buy a Jet Set Radio without Hideki Naganuma doing the music. Sorry.
I'm surprised instead we're not porting in
Maybe
any
that's
kind of
why we're not getting
fashion.
one.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm surprised we're not reporting in any kind of fashion Jet Set Radio Future, though.
I really hate these sections, by the way, where the only thing I can do is just waggle my Wiimote. Like, seriously, this is so mindless.
Fun, entertainment, excitement.
You can get in these.
Here we go.
I really like the overall aesthetic of the level, though. Like the castle being, enveloped in darkness in the background. It's really ominous and cool. All right.
Here we go again.
Thanks, man.
Extreme bolt action.
Yeah.
But yeah, the music track's kind of
I know.
fitting.
I know, Dweb. Well, remember, Dweb, this is custom music that I put in.
Wait, you put it in?
Yeah.
We just
of course.
established
Don't
this.
you remember we can equip certain
unlock
bits
music
to
tracks.
basically
Like in Sonic
music
like in Sonic Generations.
But why did you choose this track?
Because I love Sonic Rush's soundtrack. Okay.
And this is a great track. It might be short.
I know, but that'd be like if you put in like if you put in Wrapped in Black for Labyrinth Zone.
Too black. Too
That
strong.
would actually
Too
be
black.
awesome.
Too strong.
But anyway, going back to Villanova, has anyone else heard the soundtrack version of Villanova and what
I
the-
have, yes.
I haven't.
It's
what
awesome.
the female singer says at the end?
I actually haven't.
Is it like in Jet Set Radio where it's taken like clips from old movies like the lady? I'm trying to
No.
get to sleep.
Is the soundtrack one the one without the question?
Anyway, basically, Shiroi, literally at the end of that one, the female singer says in a sexy voice, "Let's do this."
Sonic.
Oh wait, no. It's not just that. She also says, let's do it." Like that.
What can I say? Naganuma is a quirky guy.
Yep.
This track it plays in the fight against Blaze too.
Exactly. I mean, seriously, are people really surprised that a lot of people ship Sanae's with that theme being the way it is in the soundtrack version?
I hadn't heard that version, so
No, I mean, to be fair,
I'm still confused by the lyrics of the real final boss. Too black, too strong. What the hell does that even mean?
Your coffee.
He's just
Hey,
taking
too
music
strong.
samples.
It was actually a gigantic foreshadowing commercial for Blood Doomfist in Overwatch, clearly.
I
To
guess.
be fair, though, that's Jet Set Radio's soundtrack in a nutshell. Gibberish made it sound awesome.
All right.
I bet that
Now-
final
now
boss
what?
theme
Now
is
we're gonna
one
get
of
a
my
cutscene.
favorite soundtracks in Sonic Rush.
Now,
Yeah,
Teo.
what to do now?
Now, Teo. See. One interesting thing about Black Knight Teo is that this was the last Sonic game to have multiple playable characters that aren't Sonic.
Oh,
Well, aside from Boom, of course. Boom.
Okay.
I mean, in the main series.
And Mania.
True, Mania.
And Sonic Forces.
Well, yeah. Well, okay. Before 2017.
Fair enough.
Remember, I recorded this 4 years ago. So.
Alright, let's do this.
bless you then.
It's okay.
Because
It's
the
okay.
friends
It's okay
got
then.
him.
It's okay then. Just play a children's card game with it, like you always do.
Oh, and he still has Lego in his shoes. Fantastic.
Armor, though.
It's like I said before. Isn't there more to being a knight than serving a king?
Who wasn't even real in the first place.
That too, yeah.
Behind him way.
Nah, I'm just gonna call her Amy.
I just
You
ca-
Amy?
I just call her Watery Tart, as Michael Palin calls her.
Hey, careful where you throw those things, alright? They nearly stabbed us.
So there you go, Teo. Now we can play with them as alternate characters.
Yay.
And unlike,
I guess
guess what, Teo? Of all Sonic games, this is the one that probably got the playable characters most better of all the pre-Colors games. Why? Because they play pretty much like Sonic, just with their own unique spin on things, as it always should have been from the very beginning.
Why is this game the one
so
that has all
Knuckles
the good
cannot
stuff?
glide.
Knuckles can glide, actually,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, he can glide.
He can glide.
Oh, okay.
So, again, I don't understand. You found the formula here. Why did it escape you, Sega?
Because people hate the friends.
Okay, I guess. Well, then again, like Jova said, at least Shadow is coming back and forces.
Never forget Sonic Generations.
And I guess we do have that rumor that Tails and Knuckles will be playable in Forces too.
Sorry, guys.
Oh boy.
Recording messed up, so yeah.
The recording messed up. Fortunately, this was 3 years ago. The Elgato has gotten software updates since then that made it much better. So stuff like this never happens to me at all nowadays. So this was. Don't think of this as a sign of bad things. This was just a product of an early software version.
If you really complain that much, maybe someday we'll have a Squirm Return to this or something.
Oh,
Hey, that's a nice name, actually. Squirm Return.
STA would say, please fix in the next patch.
Yeah, Nintendo there.
We're gonna have to patch the playthrough.
And hello, best streamer Shadow ever.
Yes, there you go, too.
And the Crush 40 version.
There you go, the Crush
It's
40 version.
also Shadow.
The Crush 40 version of Hall Hill Shadow, yeah.
Now Lancelot has
Plus Sonic 06.
Now Lancelot has a special chaos ability here.
Yeah, he does.
Of course. So.
I have to fill the soul gauge first, though. You win.
Again, this reminds me. Well, when I did that Shadow the Hedgehog video with the intro parodying the intro of Hong Kong '97, I used the original version of this song.
Is it that bad?
What? Sorry.
What was that? Sorry.
The original
No.
bad.
No. Both versions are
versions
both versions are really good. It's just that I personally
so much better.
I prefer this one. I don't think it's much better, but I do think it is better because first of all, I just love Crush 40 in general. But the thing is, I don't know. For some reason, I kind of like the vocals in this one better because they make it sound more, for lack of a better word, edgy.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not like you guys are gonna hear.
You know what's
in
interesting
that video, it's not like you guys would
how,
hear much of that song anyway because I looped it like an actual Hong Kong
Not
'97.
not to.
You
There you go.
know
There you go.
what's
There you go.
interesting
So Teo,
Oh,
basically.
it's similar to the Gravity Riders.
Actually,
You know
it's
what's
Agitator. It's supposed to be a reference to the Chaos Control ability from Shadow the Hedgehog.
You know what's interesting is like in one of the Sonic remix soundtracks, they
He even
actually
gets
made
blue
a
like in
little-
Shadow the Hedgehog. Go ahead,
I need to
Teo.
talk now.
Go ahead.
You know what's interesting is like in one of the Sonic remix soundtracks, they actually made a hybrid version of this tune where they combined the vocals of the original with the instrumentation
Yeah.
of this one.
Wasn't it in? Oh no, wasn't it True Blue Volume 2?
Yep.
Yeah.
True. No wait, hold on. It's called True Colors, which is part 2 of the True series.
So what
Yeah.
are you supposed to do in this stage?
Just get to the goal,
to the
basically.
end.
Get to the goal,
Okay.
basically. Anyway, what I was saying was, one interesting fact there is that originally Magnify was not actually supposed to make a song for Shadow the Hedgehog. They did end up making it, but the original plan Jun Tsunoue had was to use an actual existing song of them called This Is Who I Am, which, as you probably know, fits perfectly with Shadow the Hedgehog. And trust me, if you actually listen to go to YouTube and search Magnify This Is Who I Am, it's literally like that song was made for Shadow the Hedgehog, even though it actually wasn't. It was even Jun realized this, and he wanted that song in the game. Unfortunately, because of copyrights, he couldn't, so he just had Magnify make a brand new song,
Okay.
which became All Hail Shadow. But it's really
awesome.
But it's really interesting because again, well, that's how I found out about
Hello?
Magnify. So cool. Oh wait, Can you guys hear me?
But what is it? What is it with Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay.
It's just what is it? What is it with Sega and music issues?
Well, copyright is a very fickle business with any company.
Yeah, and it still pains me to no end that that's the main reason why Taxman and Stealth cannot bring forth Sonic 3 remake. It's such pain. Why?
Well, then again, they're busy. They're kind of busy at the moment.
Well, they are. I know this, but still, I want that fucking remake, though.
Well, unless we find a way to somehow bring Michael Jackson back for like a courtroom trial concerning the copyright, no dice. Who knows though? Maybe
Sega could at the very I at the very least have Sonic 3 complete to hold me over, so Sega could at the very least be nice enough to release Sonic 1 and 2 by Taxman and Stealth on fucking consoles and Steam. That would be nice. Just saying, Sega.
Hey, you know what would be interesting?
Pedro, you know the reason why you've never gotten what you wanted from Sega all these years?
What?
You didn't say the magic word.
What would the magic word
Get
be?
on with it.
Please.
Okay, please, Sega. Can I have them now?
There you go. Now
So,
wait till the video gets uploaded. The
Well, I don't
baby.
know.
Go ahead, Joe.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Jova. What is it?
Anyway,
Okay.
so a bit of a fun fact, but those slimy enemies that you fight are a neat reference to the artificial chaos from Sonic
Yeah,
Adventure 2.
they are.
Yeah, they kind of remind me of that.
That's another thing I do love about this game is like, well, in regards to the storybook series, this did quite possibly the best job of correlating stuff from past games into this medieval setting.
I agree.
Well, it helps. It looks a lot. The cutscenes say look a lot better.
Cutscene. Speaking of that,
This must be a barrier stone.
Oh crap! What have I got to do again? I've forgotten. Ah, there you go.
Power
opposite.
Stone.
hold on, foreshadowing now.
Ha 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 ha! Foreshadowing.
The Dark Hollow. Dark Hollow? What is Merlina up to now?
I
We'll
wonder.
see.
All right, everybody. In the next part, we play as Knock. It's Knuckles. So
Unlike Sonic, he doesn't chuckle.
Best knuckle up, guys.
yes, see you then, everybody.
Ah,
See ya.
Yeah.
yeah.